If you would like to know how I made this delicious spicy onion, keep on watching. Hey the Greedy family, welcome back. Today I have a highly requested video on how I make my spicy onions, and these are the ingredients that you're going to need. You're going to need some carrot matchsticks carrots. Okay, any brand, it doesn't matter as long as they're matchstick. You can cut up carrots this small if you'd like to, but I don't have time for that. You're going to need some vinegar. White vinegar will be best. And you're going to need some Scotch bonnet pepper. I just have a whole handful or 2 handfuls. If you don't want your spicy onions to be spicy, just leave the Scotch bonnet peppers out. Remember guys, this is your dish. And then the next thing you're going to need is onions. 2, maybe 3, depending on how much you want to make at one time. And then just remember that the onions can stay in the fridge for a very long time because it has vinegar in it, and that will keep it to stay nice and fresh. And then you're going to need some Everglades, some seasoned salt, adobo, and some fresh or even the regular black pepper. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is to cut up your onions, and we will get to it. Okay, so you have your onions or one of your onion, and the way how you want to cut this is you do want to cut it into long strips. You don't want to cut it too small, because when you cut it small like that, it cooks too fast. And the whole idea is to have the onions nice and crispy but still tender. I don't know how to explain that part, but that's basically what you want. You want it to be cooked but not all the way through. So we're just going to cut it lengthwise just like that. And I'm going to show you how big you want the pieces to be. Let me show you. Cut a few of them for you. So you want them to be about this thickness. You see that? Maybe a ½ inch. Maybe. Yeah. You want it to be this thick so that when you do cook it, it'll cook and still have a crunch to it. If you cut it up too small, it's gonna cook too fast, and then you're not gonna have that crunch that you need. So you wanna cut it like a medium size. Also, remember, you may think, okay, this is a lot of onions, and it is, but this can go on anything. It can go on fish, it can go on chicken, you can put it on steak. It tastes really good on steak too. It really does. And when you're putting them in the bowl, you want to break it apart. You want to do this. It makes the cooking a lot easier. Okay guys, so you have your Scotch bonnet peppers them in the blender. I have a Ninja. You can use a blender. It doesn't matter. And to help it blend up, you're just going to pour some vinegar inside. Not a lot, just enough to help it blend up. Now, after you guys blend this up, guys, be very careful because it is very strong. Remember, it is Scotch bonnet pepper. So, oops, sorry. So once you remove the lid, the aroma of the Scotch bonnet pepper is gonna come up. So don't put your face, inside or in there. Okay, so we're just gonna blend this up. That's all you really need it to be blended up like. And let me show you how it looks. Oof, that's strong. So now you're just gonna pour a little bit of oil. This is just to fry the onions. You don't need a lot. That's pretty all you need. Pretty much all you need. We're gonna let that come to a nice heat. Okay, so you just test your pot and it feels nice and hot to me. So the first thing that I do is I put my onions and my carrot in the pot and let it saute. You're gonna let that simmer down and start to get translucent for about maybe 5 minutes, okay? I'm gonna put the top on. Okay, Greedy family, so I went ahead and I took the cover off, and you see how different it looks, nice and translucent, but it's still crunchy. It still has a great crunch to it. I'm just gonna move some of the onions and the carrots to the side so I can get the Scotch bonnet pepper in here. Now when you're doing this, be careful, turn your vent on, open up your windows if you're using Scotch bonnet pepper because it's a lot and it's spicy. It's like we like it. We're gonna have that cook down a little bit. Turn the stove up a little bit higher so that your Scotch bonnet pepper can start to cook. And in the meantime, we put some crushed black pepper. Okay. And again, this is all about taste, so you have to taste it yourself and see what you like. But I like to season my onions. Traditionally, you don't, but this is what I like to do because I like my onions to have flavor to them as well. And then I'm gonna add some seasoned salt. I don't measure. If you guys are here, you guys know we don't really measure. I'm going to use the last bit of Everglaze that we have. But don't worry guys, he's done. But don't worry, we have another one on deck, dog. Okay. And then we're gonna mix this up now. Yeah man, pepper bud. Pepper. The longer this sits in the fridge, oh my, the spicier it is. Okay. Now we're going to pour some vinegar, some more vinegar. Now what I did was I poured it in here to get every single bit of Scotch bonnet pepper out. We waste nothing. So I just mix it up and then I pour it in there. Maybe a cup. A cup should be good. Okay guys, now everything is about taste. You make it to your taste, you make it to what you like, okay? So if you don't want to put a lot of Scotch bonnet pepper, like I said, you don't have to. You can just put one and it'll still be delicious, but we like it spicy. Now I have some regular sugar here, and I know you're saying why sugar? The sugar will balance out the vinegar, okay? You don't want it to be too vinegary. And again, traditionally, it's supposed to be vinegary and it shouldn't have seasonings in here like adobo and seasoned salt. But this is the way I like it because I noticed that when other people make it without seasoning the onions, then all you taste is vinegar. It's just a vinegar taste. It's not a vinegar seasoned taste, if that makes sense. I want the vinegar to be seasoned so that when I put it on my fish, it just, oh, it's so good. Okay, and then you're gonna mix this up. And this is basically finished, but you're gonna just let it sit for like about a good 2 minutes just so that the sugar can, you know, dissolve. And then what I like to do is taste the broth. Okay, this is crazy because it's spicy, but you have to taste it, guys.
Let them taste it then.
Wait.
Yo, that's strong, man.
Come on. It's hitting.
Eat on your own risk.
Now how you store this is you can you wait until it's cooled down, and then you can put it in a container and you just put it in your fridge. That's it. And whenever you want onion, you just take it out and you put it on there. Okay? Let this cook down for about a good few minutes because you don't want the onions to be too hard. I mean, you don't want the onions to be soft. You want them to still have a crunch. So this shouldn't take long. Okay guys, so it's been sitting for about a few minutes and it's done. It is done. We are going to be eating this in the mukbang later on today, so stay tuned for that. See you guys in the mukbang.
Bye.